Hey guys, today I have a shipment of the MPOW Flame Pro headphones. These are similar, at least I think they're similar to these MPOW T5s, but I think they're a bit more on the expensive side. They are designed more like the MPOW Flame headphones, which have the ear. Um, they've got like a little thing on the ear that holds the headphones in place. So let's open these up. I'm actually really excited about these because they actually attach to your earlobes. The MPOW T5s, these are similar to these MPOW T5s that I already did a review on, but I believe they're a bit more expensive than the T5s. These ones I think were about 30 something or $40, I believe, and the Flame Pros are around $80. But even though I love these MPOW T5s, they do tend to eventually slip out of your ears if you don't constantly keep pushing them in every few, maybe if you're, when I'm at the gym at least, I'll have to, when I get sweaty, I think they start kind of getting loose from the ears, and eventually they'll fall out, so you have to kind of push them back a little bit into your ear canals. The Flame Pros, what I like about them is that the Flame series has that little handle that goes over your earlobes and holds the headphone in place. Now, the Flame headphones that are wired, I didn't really like the fact that they were very rigid going into the ear canal. And they would start hurting my ears after a while because the handle that holds onto your earlobes, it would hold the headphones on your ears, but the rigidity of the rest of the build was it was not malleable enough to be a comfortable fit in the ears. So that's why I hope that because these are a bit more expensive, they've kind of figured out the design issue around that the pain causing rigidity of the Flame series. So this is the box. Let's take a look. They've also upgraded a lot of the hardware inside, so let's see. It's got the Qualcomm 3020 chip, which is apparently like a higher quality chipset for audio. It's got Bluetooth 5. It's going to have good operation range. I'm assuming like all of the MPOW products I test, the Bluetooth is excellent on them. It does the job. You can walk around freely as long as you stay within a reasonable distance of your phone or your laptop. If you are in like a big area with lots of walls and whatnot, eventually you're going to lose that connection and you're going to feel it while listening to music. The music starts getting choppier and whatnot, but otherwise, if you're just walking around the house and stuff, there's a good amount of range. So it's rated at, they say 33 feet, and I feel like that's pretty accurate. Music and talk time up to 8 hours, and 24 hours. I think the 24 hours is from the little charging case that is used to also store and carry the thing. So that's very useful for these. I've been using these for quite a while, since last time I charged the case. One thing I don't like about the T5s is that the case did start feeling a little bit flimsy. It still closes and opens and stays shut and whatnot, but it just, for some reason, the hinge is not of good quality. I feel like this is going to fall apart eventually, but they do hold a charge. They're really good quality, so I'm hoping that the the charging case is better quality than this one. So we'll see about that as well. So 8 hours just on the headphones themselves, and then 24 hours of charging provided by the case. So it's a total of 32 hours of charge. And for the charging case, it takes 2 hours to charge. So you get 24 hours of battery with 2 hours of charge on this guy. And the charging 5-volt 1 amp charger is probably in there like all of the MPOW products. So wireless profile, it has all of these, you know, HSP, HFP. I don't know what these two are, but A2DP is the regular Bluetooth audio protocol, and AVRCP is how you can control the music, like, you know, forward it or, you know, go back a track, play and pause kind of thing. They also have wearing detection, so I know that, you know, from the pictures on Amazon, they had this IR sensor on the earphones themselves, so if you like rip them out of your ears, it'll pause the music for you. So that's pretty cool and exciting. They've got 4 microphones with noise cancellation, so we'll see how that performs as well. Wireless charging case, I don't think I'll be able to test this because I don't have a wireless charger, but if I can get my hands on one, I will definitely try that as well. And touch and side button control. So let's see, like, you know, with these single, you know, these types of earphones usually have multifunction buttons that I usually don't find too intuitive, but I will try to, you know, see how easy to use these are as well. I think I'm getting the hang of them given how many headsets I've tried so far. So also because of Bluetooth 5 and the Qualcomm chip, it does have the higher quality audio codec, so it's going to have a better bit rate and hopefully higher quality audio. So let's see what it says over here. I think we've already gone through this, but yeah, let's open this up, and I will use these at the gym today and start my testing for you guys right away, and then do another video that I'll add on to this later. Okay, so this doesn't want to come out. Let's see. It's got this like nice red shiny MPOW logo that I've seen before on their Flame lineup. So we open up this guy, and there it is. Like a nice plastic, not foamy, but plasticky. Alright. So let's take a look at this. So we have the Flame 2, not the Flame 2, sorry, Flame Pro. And we get a USB Type A to Type C cable in here. No charger, but I believe this cable is just, you just plug it into any 5-volt charger and it'll just, you know, take out 1 amp and charge this case for you. So there's the charging port. It's got the MPOW logo right here. It's kind of, it's still black. It's like a matte black case, soft plastic feel. It's let me see, compared to the T5, it's a little bit heavier and it's a bit larger. But the plastic, I don't know how I feel about the matte plastic. I feel like I like this kind of leathery one better, but we'll see. It's got some tape around it, so I'm going to take this off. Let me see what the best way, if they've given some room. No, so I'll just have to rip this off. Okay, so this is the hinge, I believe, with the USB-C port. We've got some LED indicators over here. Let's see if I tap these. doesn't light up. But this is the Flame Pros. They've got some magnetic thing going on. I think these are not, this case is not charged at all, because I'm not getting any feedback. Oh, okay, so they are covered. The terminals are covered with like a plastic little tape thing. So let me get rid of this. Let's put this here. Let's take a look at these. This one is also covered in the same thing, so okay. These little plastic tape things are, not only do they have some adhesive on them, but the static itself clings to you. Okay, let's see if this starts a charge. Am I doing this right? There we go. I did hear something. I think it turned on, but I'm not getting any feedback from the... Oh, there we go. So when you close it, it gives a little feedback. Not anymore. There we go. So it's fully charged. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, so I guess, since I put both of them in, now they're plugged in without that plastic tape over the terminals. So as soon as I plug them in, I'm guessing that the lithium-ion battery inside had like a voltage drop, and it showed over here. It went from 4 bars down to 3. They include some different sized earbud covers, the silicone pads for them, but I like the normal size that comes with these, so I'm going to keep those on. Let's go over the manual quickly to see if we can notice anything that I need to do beforehand. So user manual. Ooh, there we go. So pretty standard. We get the flame, the charging case. We get some earbuds to put on them depending on which size we're comfortable with. This manual, a warning card for, what is this? This is for 5-volt 1 amp only, please. USB-A to USB-C charging cord, and a VIP. This is included with every single one of their devices. Okay, diagram. Indicator light, we've already seen that. Seen the charging port. And indicator light for headphones. I haven't seen that one yet, but there is a light, so I'm guessing, yeah, on both of them. And then the multifunction button. Power on. So the LED will light up. Mode 2 is you hold the button for 2 seconds, and yeah, it'll go to on mode. Okay. Automatically turn on with blue LED light flashing, and then they start pairing when they're taken out of the charging case. So that is similar to the T5s over here. I paired them once after taking them out, and after that, I take them out of the case, and before I even, actually as soon as I put them in my ear, I get connected. They're connected already, and they're very consistent with the connection. I haven't had any problem with the T5s connecting to my phone almost ever. I'm very happy with the pairing on these, so I'm hoping that since this is also Bluetooth 5, this is going to be similar. So let's see. So we put them in the case, they shut down automatically. Just keep pressing. If the earbuds are not in charging case, just keep pressing the multifunction button for 5 seconds to power off. Okay, so you hold them for a while to power them off. I've noticed that the T5s automatically power off if you disconnect them from the Bluetooth from your phone, if you just turn the Bluetooth off. And then at least the T5s, when you turn your phone's Bluetooth back on, the headphones might be off if they're not in the charging case. So to turn them back on, you just have to click their multifunction button and you're ready to go again. They pair right away. And now we're over to the different languages. So let's see. Oh, this is talking about the how to pair with Bluetooth. So that's pretty standard. You press it, hold it, and then once it goes into pairing mode, it usually MPOW headphones will usually tell you pairing. You know, if you're putting them in your ear, if you hold the button, they'll say pairing after a while, and once they're in that mode, you can go ahead and pair them with your phone. You'll see them in the search for the Bluetooth section in your phone, and then you can pair them over there. So that is the manual. So we're gonna put all this stuff back in here, and I am going to go to the gym and give these guys a bit of use and see how they perform. And then I will finish this video up later for you guys, so stay tuned. So this headset has been plugged in for a while, since the night. It's showing me that the charging case itself is a few, it's full. So, okay, so let's see. So if you open it partially and not all the way, it doesn't show you the thing. You have to actually open it. It apparently clicks a button and they actually turn on. So one of them is actually powered on, it says. The other one isn't. And if you close it after you fully open it, that's when it actually, figures out that it has to show you the state of charge. So I don't know what it is about this case, but it somehow senses that it's fully open or not. See, in this case it says 100%. If we have it partial, keep it open for a while. Oh, this time it did it too. Maybe if it's this much. So yeah, I'm not sure. It's inconsistent behavior. Sometimes it just doesn't show the state of charge. Yeah, now it's doing it every single time. But as we can see, I think one of these speakers, okay, now both of them have the charge light on, but before one of them did not. So I think that it depends on how well the electrodes are touching the charging ports, and these tend to move around. See, I just moved it around a little bit. Even if it's like a slight touch, yeah, it really affects the connection. So I think even shaking it would do it. So I think that is one of the issues that I've been facing. I've had one instance at least where one of the headsets did not charge completely or was dead, and the other one had fully charged. So one of them just wouldn't connect, and I was unable to use them. I had to use a different set of headphones. So, and I've also tried to seat them in like the best way that I can. As far as I'm concerned, you kind of just like plug them in and they click in. That's what I've been doing, but as you can see, this one is kind of deformed in a different way than the left one is. So I think they're sitting on the charge port the exact same way, but just the silicone band that goes around your ear, it has a different curve to it because of the way I guess I've been putting them on. But I think that's just standard use, and I think almost everyone is going to have these issues. Anyways, just some finicky things that I've noticed so far. I wanted to apprise you guys on this update. I'll continue to test these throughout the week and let you guys know what my impressions are. So yeah, stay tuned. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye. So hey guys, right as I finished making that last video snippet, I, you know, put these on my ears and I paired them with my phone again, and my phone apprised me that the MPOW Flame Pro were at 60% battery power. So even though they've been plugged into the charging case for more than overnight, and this case is saying that it's on full battery power, they just didn't charge completely the internal batteries of these things. So I don't know if there was a connection issue with these electrodes, or maybe one of the units is at 100 and one of them, unfortunately the one that sends the battery information, did not charge properly. But my phone is connected via Bluetooth to these, and it's saying that it is these guys are at 60% battery. So I'm gonna plug these in one more time and use a different set of headphones for now, and hopefully these charge. So there's no like real click when I plug these in, so I don't even know if these are charging at this point. Every single time I open this one had like a nice click to it, but let's see if this one does the same thing. So let's see. It says power on. I don't see any notification that these are charging. I'm hearing pairing mode. Yeah, this guy's in pairing mode. So obviously, like, I don't know why, but I don't believe that they think that they're in charging mode. I don't know if that helped, if I closed it and maybe now it's gonna, but it's really difficult to discern how this charging situation is working. I've had the MPOW T5 headphones, which I'm very happy with. Those earbuds, they just don't have the little silicone flaps that go around your ears to hold the headphones in place, but otherwise I've been so happy with them, and I was really hoping that these were gonna be comparable. So one of them, I don't know, one of them has a straight up LED on them, and then the other one is blinking, even though both of them should be in charge mode. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I really think that these electrodes are just not touching the proper spot. So if I really push it in, it shows me the LED. Now this looks like they're charging, so I hope that they really are charging, but they should just like click in and not have to be pressed in like this. So I hope that this is just like maybe a defective unit that I've received. But yeah, let's try this. Hopefully this will fix the issue. Hi guys. So I've been using these MPOW Flame Pros for about a week now, and honestly I found quite a few issues with this set compared to some of the other MPOW units that I've used. This was the most expensive MPOW set of headphones that I've had and tested out. So I was pretty excited. I thought that, this was going to be a really good design, and it's going to work really well compared to the last Flame headset unit that I tried, which was the MPOW Flame 2. Those were a very cheap set as well, but this one was about, I think it was like $80 or something, and I thought that it was going to be much more well designed, but there were a few issues. It certainly looks like they've put a lot of effort in. They've got a case with the battery in it, and like the things are wireless. I was hoping they were gonna be like really gonna solve a lot of the other problems just by having this ear clasp so that they don't fall out. I do have another one of these MPOW wireless earbuds from before that I honestly, at this point, I think those ones are better. Those ones are $30. These ones are 80, and I think that the $30 version is much better, even though they don't have the clasp. And I'll go over the reasons why. So the first reason is that the again, like just like the original MPOW Flames, I feel like the rigidity of this section of the earbud is a problem. Like this should be able to move a little bit because your ears, your ear canal and like your uh, ear lobe is kind of like it's like a malleable cartilage piece, and this thing is very hard plastic. It's very rigid. So as it's sitting against your ear, um, I don't know, just the hardness of this. After a while, it starts to cause like a little bit of a headache for me, at least. Um, and also, the fit in the ear canal is just not a nice seal with these. You cannot like adjust them like you would a normal earbud. Let me show you guys the MPOW T5s, which is this unit. This is the $30 version. I actually think the case on this is even a better quality because I've been using these for a lot longer, and this one I've only used for a week, and it's all like nicked up, and the plastic does, just has some oily marks that I don't know if I'll be able to clean these off, but this one kind of still looks new, and I've like banged this out. It's fallen quite a few times on the floor and whatnot. It's slipped out of my hands. But these guys, you take these out. These ones you can actually put in your ear canal and kind of like rotate them until you get like a nice seal, and they sit for quite a while in your ears. You can't use them for like working out because if you jump around and whatnot, they will fall out of your ears. But if you're just walking around, listening to music or an audiobook, these are really good seal, really good sound quality. You just do not get this with the rigidity of the MPOW Flames Pro. Also, another thing that you can see is that the charging terminals over here have 4 pogo pins inside, and the magnetic clasp works really well. It jumps in right away, and it seems like this is out of battery. Let me just make sure. Oh, actually no, they're actually charging. So yeah, it's still got 2 battery bars left. I've been using this for quite some time without charging it. These guys, so yeah, more of the problems that I was facing. So problem number 1, they have the similar type of terminals for charging, but instead of 4 pogo pins, they have only 2 pogo pins over here. And even though they do have like a magnetic clasp, it just doesn't, I felt like it wouldn't seal in properly with when it magnetically clasps in. It doesn't properly connect with the pogo pins. I think this might be causing an issue. It just looks like a flimsy kind of design where like things might get caught, might get pushed around. Now it's telling me that there's 3 bars left, but on several occasions I've opened these up, and when they've been sitting in there for a while, I'm expecting them to be at 100% charge, but then when I finally take them out, connect them to my phone tells me they're at 60%. So I think one of the earbuds, I don't know if it's the left one or the right one, but it just doesn't connect properly and stay charging inside the case. So that's one thing. And another thing I noticed is that occasionally this will just be sitting in my backpack, and if I move my backpack, I will hear like power on from the case. Like, so I think that it's just the shaking of the box is disconnecting one of the earbuds inside, and it's powering on and going into the pairing mode, which in certain cases I've actually noticed that I might be using a different set of MPOW headphones connected to my phone, but then all of a sudden my phone will say that there's 2 Bluetooth devices connected, and one of them is the MPOW Flame Pro, which is actually closed up in its charging container in my backpack. So That's another thing that I noticed. So yeah, but that's kind of the main issues that I had with it. Starting out, I really like the fact that they have the ear clasps. Um, they really stick on your ears. I've, gone to the gym several times with these, done some running, pull-ups, lying down doing bench press. Like they do not fall off your ears. But having said that, they do tend to start hurting your inner ear after a while just because of the hard plastic. It just doesn't feel nice after a while. Kind of starts giving me a headache. I've had the battery life issues with them. In certain cases, it just won't show me. Just even as I'm holding this, I keep hearing power on, pairing, power on. Like I'm not really moving these except for like a little bit of a shake, and these guys are disconnecting, connecting from the terminals. So um, I feel like that's not a good user experience with these, especially for expensive headphones like this. Um, but yeah, some good things, some bad things. I would honestly rate these overall like a 3 out of 5. Um, just because of the things that I've mentioned, I think that they really do affect the usability, and also not having a proper seal in your ear canal with these types of headphones, you do not get the proper quality. I think that they have a lot of good tech in these. They have better drivers in these actual headphones. Like the actual speaker drivers are quite nice, but because of the seal issue with the ear canal, you do not get like that high fidelity audio actually being delivered to you because you don't have them put in properly. Um, Otherwise, I think for phone calls, I've tried these for phone calls. They work pretty good. No issues there. Everyone has said that I sound crystal clear, and I can hear them as well. One more issue that I found with these that I forgot to mention is actually so the touch sensitive buttons over here. Occasionally, I would want to readjust these on my ears, kind of like rotate them this way on my earlobe so that I would get sort of a better seal. Um, and after a while that would start hurting, so I would kind of rotate them this way so that they kind of come out of my ear a little bit, and that would I could still hear the stuff I was listening to, but they wouldn't, this part wouldn't press against my ear as much, and I could go for a bit longer with these on my head. But yeah, this, rotating them this way does make a better seal, but it's not that great. While touching them, I would actually pause whatever was playing on my phone because I would hold these this way and turn them, and I would end up accidentally touching or grazing the touch sensitive part, and it would pause the music. Um, and there was a bit of a delay between the touch and the actual pause, so I would graze it, and then um, after like a couple seconds when my hand was far away from it, the music would pause or something like that, and I would be so confused, like what is going on. Eventually I noticed it was the touch button, like I was touching it. So after that, you just kind of like, I'm not used to it. I think you just kind of like glide your finger across it. It's not just a touch. You have to actually glide your finger across, and it actually will start playing the music back. But that's with not just this left side, it's also with the right side. So just something to watch out for again. So yeah, because of all these reasons that I've stated, um, personally, I'm not too happy with this headset. This is actually the first MPOW headset that I'm not super happy with, just because of the price point and the issues that I've had with it. So I probably will not be using these going forward. I'm actually gonna disconnect these from my phone so that they don't accidentally keep pairing. But yeah, that's my honest opinion of these. Um, I would say that I'm much happier with the MPOW T5s. They were at a lower price point, and I really do think that these are uh, much better user experience compared to the Flame Pros. So with that, please, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section if you guys have any questions or comments. And I will see you guys in the next review. Take care. Bye-bye.